Everything in MHW leads to moments like this.
One match, one decision, one man steps closer to the vacant world championship.
This isn't theory, this is reality.
And reality hurts.
The following is scheduled for one fall, making his way to the ring from Kampala, Uganda, weighing in at 286 pounds, Joseph Wright.
Here comes Joseph Wright from Kampala, Uganda. Strength, pride, and purpose personified.
He doesn't posture, he doesn't beg. He walks like a man who expects resistance.
And by his side, Diana Wright. Not just support, but strategy.
She's been a stabilizer all season, calm when things get violent.
Joseph's league run proved one thing: he belongs in this conversation.
Tonight proves whether belonging is enough.
Joseph Wright's league run was about consistency, no shortcuts, no favors, just showing up and breaking expectations.
And breaking people, don't forget that part. Now this is where emotion complicates logic.
Jerome sharp, East London bred, ambition sharpened by disappointment.
Eliminated early, doubted loudly, but never ignored.
He reinvented himself in this league
and aligned himself with the most polarizing presence in MHW.
From London, England, weighing in at 220 pounds, Jerome Sharp.
Jerome Sharp enters knowing exactly what's at stake.
And right behind him, Amy, calculated, observant, always involved.
Her rivalry with Diana Wright has become impossible to ignore.
Two philosophies clashing, control versus conviction.
Jerome and Joseph's last encounter ended in stalemate and controversy.
And tonight, nobody wants questions, only conclusions.
From East London, Jerome Sharp built his league run on precision and resilience. He didn't overpower the field, he outthought it.
And that frustrates people because you can't bully someone who's already planned 3 steps ahead.
Right behind him, Amy, calculated, observant, always involved.
She doesn't shout, she doesn't panic, she watches everything.
Her rivalry with Diana Wright has become impossible to ignore. 2 women pulling in opposite directions, both convinced they're right.
Control versus conviction, influence versus belief. And tonight, they're inches apart.
Jerome Sharp and Joseph Wright's last encounter ended in stalemate and controversy. No clear answer, no closure.
That kind of ending doesn't fade, it festers.
Jerome has waited for this moment. No league points, no safety net, just consequences.
And that's when he's most dangerous.
If Jerome Sharp wins tonight, he earns the right to challenge for the MHW World Championship.
And if he loses, he watches someone else finish the story he started.
This isn't about momentum anymore.
This is about ownership.
Because moments like this don't come twice.
And regret lasts longer than defeat.
You can see it in his eyes. Jerome Sharp understands the gravity of this moment. The arena's holding its breath.
Because once this starts, there's no hiding.
One of these men leaves closer to the World Championship. And here we go. This is what the league was designed for. Pressure, forging clarity.
One of these men earns a future. The other explains a failure.
Joseph Wright's league run was defined by dominance and discipline.
Jerome Sharp's was defined by adaptation and survival.
Both men changed because of it.
And both women at ringside know exactly how much this matters.
Amy and Diana, this rivalry has been simmering for weeks.
Because influence wins matches just as often as power.
Their last match never settled the question of superiority.
Tonight was supposed to.
You can feel the urgency already. Neither man willing to give an inch.
This isn't patience. This is 2 competitors trying to impose their identity.
Joseph Wright wants control. He wants to dictate every second.
Jerome Sharp wants disruption. He wants you uncomfortable.
The World Championship picture has been chaos since the title was vacated.
And this match is supposed to bring order.
But order comes at a cost.
Because someone has to absorb the damage.
Every exchange here is a test, not just of strength, but of belief.
Belief in the plan, belief in the people at ringside.
Amy hasn't looked away once.
And Diana's already reading the referee.
That's experience, that's awareness.
And that's pressure building with every second.
And this crowd knows that one mistake changes everything.
And in MHW, mistakes don't get forgiven.
Joseph is setting him up.
Jerome is struggling to his feet.
Joseph plants him with the right answer. should be the #1 contender right now.
Opportunity doesn't wait for fairness.
And moments like that change careers forever. Jerome comes off the ropes. Joseph goes for a suplex, but Jerome fights back.
Whoa!
Jerome goes over the ropes.
Jerome Sharp is not backing down from this fight. He is showing heart and grit.
Jerome hits a massive spinning back kick. Jerome has climbed to the top.
He's out.
Sharp's on from the top rope. Cover. No, 2 count. That was inches from destiny. Jerome sends Joseph over the top rope and sends him outside.
Amy inserts herself, and now she's dragged into this.
Amy trying to put Joseph back in the ring, but Joseph reverses.
Why the hell would Amy put Joseph back in the ring? What is she, stupid?
Joseph capitalizes. Steel throw to Jerome. Cover. No, a kick out by Jerome.
How much has Jerome got left? This is a pivotal point in the match.
Joseph picks up Jerome.
Joseph is on the verge of something special.
Another right answer.
That's it, it's over.
This has to be it. The crowd is on their feet, dead center of the ring. He drags Jerome to the middle, going for the cover. Joseph is dragging, pulling. He needs to cover him.
This is it, here we go.
Wait, the count stops.
This is exactly what you fear in a match with this much on the line.
The referee is down and Hannibal is here. He pulled the referee out. Joseph had it. He should be the #1 contender. Everything points to victory. Then distraction.
Hannibal enters the ring. Immediate chaos.
Joseph is fighting back. No quit. Oh, low blow by Hannibal.
Hannibal just turned to the dark side.
Hannibal picks him up for the HR driver. Joseph is finished.
Man.
Joseph Wright is hurt. This is a dangerous situation.
Hannibal has sent a message loud and clear.
And the ref is back in the ring. Jerome is at the top. Here we go. Sharp salt. Jerome has done it.
It's over. 3.
Jerome Sharp has done it.
Here is your winner, Jerome Sharp.
Jerome Sharp is the #1 contender for the MHW World Championship.
And Amy makes sure the world sees it.
This was not the clean conclusion anyone expected, but it is the official one.
In this business, official is all that matters.
Hannibal Moore isn't done.
He never is. Violence is how he punctuates sentences.
Hannibal is not done. Hannibal wants to send a message to the locker room. Hannibal is going to end Joseph's career. HR driver again. Joseph Wright is folded in half.
That's not about the match anymore. That's about erasing someone. Look at Diana. She has no hope in there.
Hannibal, don't do it. Wait a minute. It's Gloria. Gloria has come to stop Hannibal's onslaught.
Gloria's holding a chair. Bad things happen in wrestling when someone's holding an object.
Thank God Gloria is here. No, what the hell has she done?
My God.
Gloria has turned on Diana Wright. This is sickening.
Weeks of trust gone in one swing.
But Diana Wright didn't just get hit. She got blindsided by someone she believed in.
Joseph Wright laid out. Diana Wright shattered. Jerome Sharp crowned, but at what cost?